Welcome to the show where we talk about real film movies, which are both the same thing, but we'll talk about the news and reviews and your views on film and TV, and comic books too. We'd love to hear from you. We hope you enjoy it too. So subscribe to Real Film Podcasts and Review.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Real Film Podcast. I can't flip. As that's going, like, you know when like you start going, you feel it like loosening up.
No, because I'm not a snotty animal.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Real Film Podcast. I'm Rob, as always. I'm joined by co-host Matt.
Sorry, I'm eating chocolate.
And Hattie to discuss the latest in film, TV, games, and comics. And this week we're going to start with some sad news. That Carrie Fisher has passed away after having a heart attack on a plane. That's pretty sad, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty sad.
Only 60.
So
Yeah.
And then her mum died as well.
Yeah,
today.
mum died today as well.
Yeah.
She was obviously, I don't really know anything she was in really, but she was singing in the rain and stuff. And most people didn't realise they were related.
No,
Like,
different names.
yeah, it only came out after Carrie Fisher died that people were like, oh yeah, that's her mum, and then it's like, alright, okay. Just found out that they're related now.
And now she's dead as well.
Yeah.
That's
So
sad.
yeah. I mean, at least the mother was
Of age.
Of age, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a,
60 is such a young.
yeah, it's not a good age to go.
How does it make you feel about the CGI Princess Leia in Rogue One now?
Actually, we saw that again the other day. Me and Paul went to clean the screen and caught the end of it. And I don't know if it's as bad as Tarkin actually, but it felt really weird actually.
It just feels weird now that she's died. It's
having
I don't.
You kind of just go, oh, it's kind of strange, and I just hope they really don't try and. She deserves better than them to do a CGI character and say Episode 9.
That's my worry, was that they were going to do that.
She deserves so much better than that. Like me and Paul were saying, we prefer that because they're going to have to do something that she died off screen or something in some form of dignified way rather than
have a funeral or something.
Yeah, ruining her character with some horrendous because no matter how good that technology is, it's never good enough to pass for.
Maybe do a movie tribute like I did to Paul Walker in Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Well, apparently, Paul was talking to somebody about it, and they were saying, "Yeah, no, they should definitely do what they did with Paul Walker."
Because Paul Walker was such a legend of Hollywood and cinema, like Carrie Fisher was.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a video today actually of her. I think George Lucas was getting some sort of.
Oh, is that the roast thing?
Yeah,
wasn't it?
she was roasting him. She's just.
So every time I look in the mirror, I need to pay you like $10 or something like that.
Because you own my likeness.
She's so funny though.
Yeah, she was really good.
I really want to read her book. I wanted to read it before, but.
Oh, she did. She released all of her diaries, didn't she?
So when she said she had an affair with Harrison Ford, same person.
I went to try and buy it when we went to town yesterday, and it wasn't anywhere in Waterstones. And then previously,
it's not on Amazon either. I had to look actually. It's not on Amazon.
They had a massive display of it before, so I reckon they're going to rejig and
like
redisplay.
Yeah,
it's a really funny interview where she's been interviewed by like a slim, blonde, attractive newswoman, and she's like,
"So she's got the dog."
Yeah, she's interviewed.
Outside.
Yeah, she's like interviewed. She's like, asked Carrie Fisher like, "Oh, you lost a lot of weight to play Star Wars, to go back to Star Wars," and she's like, "Yeah, I did." So how do you stay in that good shape? And like turns it on the interview, like, "You go to the gym every day?" And she's like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Is it not really boring?" And she's like, "Yeah." It's like, "How do you get through it?" So I just listen to music. Like, "You got to give me that music."
I think they're saying
it's not worth it, is it? And she was like, oh, "I don't know." It's just like it's so funny.
Like Princess Leia is obviously such like an icon for people. In that time, you think she must have felt like quite a lot of pressure, like stay thin and everything. But
definitely.
I think she just sort of.
She spoke a bit about that photo shoot where she's like in the gold bikini on the beach. She spoke a bit about how she felt like a bit pressured to do that, and looking back, she wishes she'd stood up for herself a bit more.
Yeah.
It's really interesting the way she's spoken about the way she was treated and the way she felt pressure.
Yeah,
she's so good. She's so like honest about everything. Yeah, and mental health as well. She did a lot for mental health.
Yeah.
Speaking of the gold bikini, did you want to hear about an inappropriate tweet I saw?
Yeah, go on.
Someone like put a picture of her in the gold bikini on saying, "I know what I'm having a wank to tonight then."
Oh my god.
It's like, oh yeah, you're getting off on someone who's just died. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And these are people who like, I genuinely like, because I follow the film stuff on Twitter. I was like, like someone I follow who, and I was like, that it wasn't like it was retweeted that someone said, "Oh, this is disgusting." It was someone who I follow who does like film stuff, who I usually like read their stuff, and I was like,
Did you
"Yeah, unfollowing you."
Yeah.
And then someone,
and shame them,
and then
so
another,
everyone else
I can't
follow
remember who it was, but then someone else put on like, someone else again who I probably read more of their stuff to, and I've actually spoken to someone on Twitter, said, "R.I.P. Carrie Fisher, you gave me my first erection." I was like, "Come on, get some class.
Yeah,
this is just disgusting."
Yeah,
it's
not.
Like one guy did a really moving tribute. He's like, "Oh, you my first crush when I was a kid." And I was like, "Oh, that's quite sweet."
That's
quite
like,
sweet.
"Oh, I got a boner over you."
Yeah.
It's like, God,
there's a way
Like the thing is, like,
horrible.
Princess Leia's more than that. Do you know what I mean? Like people kind of go, "Yeah, she was like this sex icon." You just go, "Well, yeah, that bit where she was treated as a slave by Jabba and he dressed her inappropriately," because that's what I see the gold bikini as.
Yeah, that's what it
I see it as this horrible, sluggy drug lord who's
sex slave.
made her into a sex slave.
Hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, this is another reason that Ross from Friends is a douchebag.
That's what everyone in Friends has that fancy, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, a lot of people do, don't they? Because you kind of look back and you just go, she was basically a prostitute.
Well, no, she wasn't getting paid for it.
Well, she wasn't getting paid. She was a sex slave.
Yeah, like
it's called slave Leia for a reason.
Yeah, poor taste. But then I've also seen people say, like, I've seen one guy who got really annoyed. He's like, if I see anyone else refer to Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia again, I'm going to go mental. She's so much more than that. I was like, okay, well, fine, she did a lot more than that, but you can't deny that's what she's best known for. It's not like a bad thing to be known for.
No, it isn't at all. She was a very strong female character in an age where there probably wasn't a lot of strong female characters.
Some people die, it's always like a competition to be like, I'm a bigger fan than you were, so I'm more upset than you. It's shut up.
I mean, that's been the problem with this year, that there's a lot of people who've passed away, and it is sad, especially the younger ones like Carrie Fisher and Alan Rickman and people like that. Bowie. You just go, that's real, and like George Michael. You just go, that's real sad that they've passed away kind of young. But everybody seems to be the biggest fan, and I've got a couple of people on Facebook who've shared every single one, going absolutely heartbroken. I just think you'd be dead by now if you were this heartbroken over everyone. Your heart would have failed. Anyway.
Why don't you try caring about Syrian refugees instead, mate?
Literally,
how many kids have died in Syria? And it's like, oh, it's such a sad year. It's like it's more sad because of this thing rather than celebrities dying because they've abused their bodies with drugs and alcohol for most of their lives. So I mean, that's sad. But you look at Bowie and you think it's a miracle he made it to the age he did with the amount of shit they did. And George Michael the same. They chose to put their bodies through that, and it's sad. But we've already they've had their lives. We've already got Star Wars. I know it's sad Carrie Fisher's not going to be in it again, but we can still watch Star Wars and enjoy it. We can still watch and listen to Bowie's music and enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not sad as kids being killed.
Haven't even lived a life
in Syria,
and
they've done nothing to
warrant it. But we shouldn't let them into our country because they may one day be terrorists.
Yeah. Have you seen these pictures?
They're trying to run away from the terrorists.
These pictures hypocrisy. On Facebook saying, "Why don't they go back to where they came from?" And then there's these pictures of like Aleppo, and it's like completely demolished. It's like,
so it is very sad. We're all very sad, but we didn't know personally, so we can't actually be that sad.
Yeah, that's it.
It's weird that people seem to think they know these people, and it's like, well, you don't. It's not. I mean, I was sad. I was like, that's really sad for her, and she's not going to be in Star Wars. And
it's upset.
But it's not like it's not going to ruin my life because I don't know her as a person.
And it's upsetting for her family that they've lost her and now her mother as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But stop pretending everyone's breaking your heart, mate.
Yeah, they're acting like the best mates.
I know. It's just a bit. It's sad. It's sad. We're all sad.
What would you actually do if someone close to you did actually die? Because I just think. Yeah. Because the way they react is kind of the way I'd go. Oh, I'd probably be that heartbroken if someone close to me died. So I don't know. They'll probably just keel over dead when.
It's like it's weird because it makes like a competition out of someone dying.
Yeah.
It's like Sarah Michelle Gellar put on Twitter, "R.I.P. Boy George, I was your biggest fan."
Yeah.
Absolutely devastated. And she's like, "Oh, it meant George Michael's still really sad." It's like you need to prove that you're sad about someone dying. Yeah. It's a very sad world we live in where you have to prove that you're sad about someone.
Yeah, someone dying.
Whatever. Anyway, should we go on to the main topic of this podcast?
Yeah.
Which is what I've been doing the whole year.
Oh, jeez.
Best of, worst of 2016.
Guess we went to the cinema this week. We saw some films and we watched some Netflix. Listen up to our ill-informed opinions and then go and see it all anyway. just not us, but we'll rate it anyway.
So should we start with what we liked about this year, what we started doing, what we picked up, what we watched, which doesn't necessarily have to be from this year. So if you started a new TV show, if you started reading a book, some books that are from a while ago, watched a film you've been meaning to watch for a few years, stuff like that.
Still reading The Martian.
Still. For regular long time listeners.
Yeah.
How far are you in now? Has he got to Mars yet?
No, yeah, he's been on Mars the whole time. Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
How are the potatoes going?
The potatoes.
Have you started growing
it? Yeah, he's growing the potatoes. Okay. He's just made contact with Earth.
Oh, brilliant.
Spoilers.
And they've just told the Hermes crew that he's alive.
That's
so
good.
just up to that bit. But yeah, it's a really good book. I think it's really funny, really well written.
Just you're illiterate.
Yeah. No, it's just because you kind of already know
English is not your first language.
Yeah, I've watched the film, so I know what happens. So there's not that burning sort of desire to be like, oh, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? Yeah. But it's fun. It's a really good book, actually. Someone else say something.
Just trying to steal my notes. Parks and Rec, which I think we all started watching this year. Did we start this year? I remember I got the first series on DVD a while ago.
Yeah,
years ago.
I bought you the first series, didn't I?
Yeah, and then we didn't really watch it properly till this year where we binged.
Yeah,
binged the whole thing.
I binged all 7 seasons in about 2 weeks.
It's probably my favourite TV shows ever.
Yeah,
my favourite comedies, sitcoms.
I binged it. I think I honestly binged it in about 2-3 weeks, all 7 seasons. But I didn't realise it ended because the last season was only 13 episodes. I wasn't paying attention to how many were left, and it got to the last one.
Big mistake.
And it came up with just Parks and Rec at the end, and I was like, what?
Right.
Oh, right, okay.
My life is so empty.
I wasn't disappointed, I was just thinking, I didn't realise that was the end. I didn't have time to prepare myself.
Mentally, we're just empty.
No. I did realise it was such a mint series, though.
Yeah.
But I just think it's strange, like, a lot of people love, like the only thing that show's got going for it is like Chris Pratt, and he's good in it.
He's not really.
I enjoy.
He's not like the main.
He's not the main character.
I enjoy all the most of the other characters more than I enjoy his character.
I love. Yeah. I think there's
really
a lot of
enjoy him.
He is just like. But just the one-liners that just like improv.
Yeah.
What's the one where he's like,
improv,
where he says something?
It's they're talking about great comebacks.
Oh yeah, it's like Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually.
No, it didn't. No. There's another one where it's something about computer virus or something.
Oh yeah, and he says, no, he's trying to Google something, and it says that you've got.
Oh yeah, he's trying to Google Leslie's symptoms. It says you've got a computer, something like that.
Apparently that joke.
I think a lot of them like improv.
I think it's that joke. I'm pretty sure it is that one. It could be another one that my friend David told me that he saw an interview with the writers, and they were saying obviously we spend so much time like writing these jokes and trying to like playing around with different ways to play the jokes and what could happen and everything. And there on set there is a certain amount of improvisation, but they do stick to the script as well. And he's just saying that he's like, I was so annoyed at Chris Pratt because he just improvised that line and it's the funniest joke that I've ever heard in my life, and he just thought of it on the spot, and I spend months and months like writing these jokes and he just comes up with that on the spot, and it was hilarious and I hate him.
It's a good joke.
It's a
good show.
It's a really good show. I really enjoy that show. I'm trying to think of anything else.
I watched Black Mirror for the first time.
Oh yeah,
all of Black Mirror. I didn't watch the first series when they came out, so that was new for me. I enjoyed that.
Did you enjoy it as much as people kind of make out that you
should
enjoy it?
Some of them, yeah.
As people kind of go, oh yeah, it's revolutionary.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it?
It really is actually. I think looking back on it, I go, some of it's great and some of it's.
There are some episodes that really do stick with you, and then others that sort of forget about.
We did a Black Mirror episode, so you can go back and check that out.
Yeah,
if you want. If you want to hear us talk about Black Mirror in detail.
Too much.
We also started Rick and Morty.
Yes, yeah, that's good.
Which is really funny.
I really enjoy that.
Cartoon about a guy and his granddad exploring time and space.
Doctor Who.
Which is hilarious. It's like Doctor Who, but actually good.
Yeah, I was going to say that's something when we get to the stuff we've stopped watching.
Jump the gun, Matt.
Yeah.
Anything else what I've been doing? Any films? We watched Interstellar actually.
Yeah, I've got that DVD now.
I've been meaning to see for years, like since it came out, and I was really excited about it, and then when it happened, it had like a really muted response.
Yeah,
so I was quite
because obviously with Nolan films, people used to say, "Yes, Nolan."
I was quite scared to kind of watch it
at the same time as Gravity, didn't it? So we're just like, it's just those space films.
No, I didn't ever think that.
Oh, I did. So it's just another space film.
It's a Nolan film.
I've got it on DVD now though, so I can watch it.
Oh, that's really good. And I watched The Prestige as well for the first time this year, I think.
Prestige is awesome.
You watched it for the first time this year?
I think I watched it properly for the first time this year.
It's weird.
I don't think I'd seen bits of it beforehand.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen the end, so.
People never rave about that film, which I think is so weird.
That's jumped into one of my favourite films ever.
Like I remember, I think I was watching quite a few Nolan films when I was at uni. I just googled like other stuff he'd done, and I was like, "Oh, The Prestige, cool! I'll order that," because it was about £4 on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then watched it. I was like, "Oh my god, why do people not talk about this film?"
I think maybe because it's a bit weird.
It's got it's got multiple great actors in it.
David Bowie.
It's got Bowie in it. It's got Scarlett
Johansson, Michael Caine, Christian
Scarlett Johansson's accent is so good as well.
Yeah, it's got Andy Serkis in it.
Yeah, the other woman.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Good film.
Another thing we watched that we hadn't watched in ages, or before, I'd not seen it before, was Fight Club. I'd not seen Fight Club before.
Fight Club's incredible.
And also for Memento, for the...
Oh, Memento's awesome.
I've already seen Memento, I think.
I'd not seen it.
I feel like I need to get back into watching stuff again. Yeah. I think at university I was all out.
Nothing to do.
Yeah, I was all out on just watching anything and everything. I watched so many things.
So when you get home from work though, it's like
you
don't want to sit and watch a film you have to think about.
I think that's
sometimes.
why it's so much easier to put on like just a box set or something and just like steam through.
Especially something like Parks and Rec, which is so easy to watch.
And like you don't,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well. Yeah, you can just stick it on and just watch it a bit and then.
Modern Family. That's back soon. That's back on 30.
Yeah, it's about Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, excited.
Yeah, that's new year, new me. Watch more films.
Yeah,
I'm gonna generally try and watch a film a week that's out of the cinema to review.
Pile of them.
We're gonna see new releases every week.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But it's getting through all the old backlog.
Yeah, I've got a pile of, I think it's like 52 DVDs upstairs that I've never watched. So I might start watching one a week and then I'll review it.
Yeah.
For a year. I might just write them all down, put them in a bowl, and just pick one out and go, okay, I'm watching that today.
That sounds good.
Because sometimes you don't want to.
You don't
kind of go,
well,
what am I going to watch?
Yeah.
But if I pick it out of a thing, I go, okay, I'm watching that.
I find it really hard to like commit to a DVD. There's something about DVDs that feels so much more definite than just sticking on Netflix. Yeah, it feels like I've decided to do this and I need to pay attention. Whereas you just stick on Netflix and it's like, it's fine, you can pause it, you can just go. I know you can pause DVDs, but it feels different. Don't know why.
Because you're weird.
Yeah.
Yep, because you're an idiot. Should we move on to things that we've stopped watching? Things that are shit. So we've decided.
Doctor Who.
I've had enough of this shit. Not wasting my time anymore.
I won't go that far with some of the stuff. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Not bothered. That's mainly because it wasn't on TV this year.
Was it not this year?
I don't think so.
Well, it's so I never know when it's going to be on, and then suddenly it's on, and I'm like, oh right, it's on, and then it's just like 2 episodes.
It just feels like they've run out of ideas.
Yeah, it's really sad because I really like Peter Capaldi. I think he's a really good doctor.
He's a really good choice.
Yeah, no, I like him.
I like Clara as well, as a companion.
There's a few great episodes in like a load of dross.
I rewatched it. I can't remember where I rewatched it from, but I did rewatch a load of it. Like the Matt Smith, I think it might have been David. I might have rewatched all of it actually, from Christopher Eccleston up until Matt Smith's last season, because it's all on Netflix apart from the really annoying bit, the one where he actually changes into Peter Capaldi. That's not on Netflix for some reason, which is really annoying. But I need to watch Peter Capaldi's season again first season to see.
I think I've got it on DVD, but I don't think I've watched it actually.
Yeah, I've still not watched the Christmas special.
No, neither have I. It's about superhero, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think they've run out of ideas.
Yeah, they're running short.
I think the best thing about Doctor Who as well was always, I never really liked the monster of the week sort of things.
Oh yeah, I did.
I always quite like the big overarching storylines.
Which is what was good about Matt Smith's seasons really, because they really had overarching stories, whereas
other ones every time in these ones I always felt they had overarching stories, and then it was like, we're going to forget about that.
Yeah.
So
you've got to remember it's a kid's show as well sometimes.
But it always felt like they could solve everything by him sort of talking a bit at the end. And like everybody realises that they shouldn't be fighting and everything's okay.
Instead of changing the main actor, they just need to kind of give it a proper revamp.
Well, Stephen Moffat's leaving, isn't he? And they're bringing in a showrunner for this new season, so maybe there will be some fresh ideas. I think he's been on it a little bit too long, Stephen Moffat. Like Russell T Davies got it just right when he left, because he was at like a high point with his, David Tennant and everything, and then he left because he was like, I want to give someone else a chance to tell stories, but Stephen Moffat's kind of clung on.
It's like,
a little bit too long, really.
Why not? What else? Arrowverse, all of those shows.
Yeah, I've not come back to Flash yet. Is Flash on our TV now?
I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
I just can't be bothered. I don't have time for it. It's just too shit to warrant watching.
Yeah, I mean, I
just don't care.
I was really disappointed by it. Like, I binged the first season because the second season was coming out, and it was a trudge sometimes, but I generally really enjoyed the first season of Flash. And then the second season was so hard to get through, and it just...
Yeah. It just feels like a chore.
Yeah, it's just the fact that, oh look, the main villain again is just somebody who's really fast. And I know that is kind of what happens with the Flash, that most of these villains are
even faster. Yeah. He has the capacity to go even faster because he believes in himself.
Every episode's the same episode where they all have the same conversations with each other about their stupid feelings.
Yeah.
That you can't resolve for some reason because, you need to talk about their feelings and his feelings for his sister. Weird.
It's not his actual sister, so it's fine.
No, it's still weird. And then they also have like the scene where his black dad goes like, "Oh,
Joe."
Yeah," like the white girl describes something in English, in like plain English, really simply.
Yeah.
But just throws in a few fake science words in there to try and make it sound complicated. And he's like, "Say that in English," and she's like, "Oh, he just needs to run faster."
Yeah.
And that happens every. It's like they just they don't even bother. They might as well just not even bother cutting this. They might as well just cut and paste them in because it's just the same. It's just so badly made. I don't understand like the fuss around them.
I might go and watch it at some point just to see how they handle Flashpoint. But
oh yeah, watch the first two and I was just like,
this is really
shit.
bad.
It's just like shit.
Flashpoint's such a cool storyline as well. Like, actually, that's one thing I did do this year that I read Flashpoint in the comic. That was great.
Past that section now, Matt.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
so
saying.
You can't talk about it.
Yeah, I can. I read that and that's like awesome. I just thought, how cool could this actually be if you made this into a film or a TV series?
As long as Zack Snyder's nowhere involved.
Yeah, nowhere near it. But they've obviously bottled it.
That's the annoying thing. When you see something, you think that would be so good if somebody did it properly.
Yeah, that's why I should be allowed to do it properly.
Yeah.
What else we stopped? I've stopped The Walking Dead because. Again, I don't care. It's like for years I felt like I've been watching these things just because I feel like I should be watching them rather than because I'm actually enjoying them or because I care about the characters. It's quite nice. It's quite freeing, actually.
You don't care about Glenn?
No.
No, he's...
No, yeah. Well, he was one of the few characters I actually did care about. So it's like, why would you kill off the one character who kind of adds some sort of levity to this horrible world? Spoilers. Yeah, so I stopped that. But I do feel a lot freer now. I just feel like I don't need to it felt like a chore, like I was needed to watch this. Now I can go and watch new stuff that's actually interesting and good.
I've stopped watching. I know that you guys aren't really going to care about this, but Once Upon a Time.
Don't care.
Because
it's got quite a lot of following though. Once Upon a Time.
Yeah,
people do like it.
I used to watch it, and I used to watch Pretty Little Liars as well. And Pretty Little Liars, I can deal with it. It's gotten a lot worse. I can deal with it because it's still lots of pretty people and they wear nice clothes and it's entertaining. Whereas Once Upon a Time, it's so tedious now. The storyline, I just don't even care about anything anymore. So sometimes I put it on and I just ignore it for an hour. So it seems like I should probably stop.
Yeah, you probably should stop.
Yeah, watch some interesting things. Like I watched The OA on Netflix.
Oh yeah. I need to check that out actually.
Get onto this.
Yeah, sorry. Is that something for later? Or
I don't know. We've got a TV show.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Well, if you started watching it, you could have done it in the section we just did.
Well, see, I've finished watching it as well.
So. But it is this year as well.
It is
this
year.
year. Who knows?
I'll do it later.
Grey lines, boundaries, shades of grey.
50 Shades.
50 Shades of...
I'm looking forward to that.
I've also stopped reading comics.
All comics.
Most comics. Because there's too many good paperbacks out there, or like trade paperbacks already, that I should read, and I was paying too much money, and again it was just too much and it felt like a chore to do it. I feel a lot I feel a lot freer now because all I get is Batman, All-Star Batman. I think I get Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I mean,
and I get a few bits now, mainly because I love Batman.
Yeah, that's it. I feel like
I love Scott Snyder, but
yeah, I feel like I need to start reading some comics again.
It's just too much.
A long time since I've read any, or because like obviously we used to buy them together, but then you moved away.
So you couldn't do it anymore.
And now it's kind of that point where you just go, oh, where do I come back in?
Where do you start? I think paperbacks are just collected editions, just the way to go.
Yeah,
just buying what the graphic.
Because then you kind of know like if they're supposed to be good or not. You don't waste like 5 issues worth of money waiting for something to get done. So I did it with Rebirth, and I collected like the first 7 of all of Rebirth, of pretty much most of the Rebirth things. I was like, I don't really care about any of these at this point, and I bought 7 of 5 or 6 different titles.
Come around yet to anything?
No, nothing's even happened in it that's related to the Watchmen or anything that happened. So
God, that's really
I was like, well, I'm
annoying
just going to stop now, because you just take I'm not enjoying it. I'm spending too much money doing this. I'll just buy stuff when I know if it's good or not.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of a bad way to do it because you're not exploring new things, but
it's like
if everyone says it's
I read
shit,
that
what's the
first
point?
issue of Rebirth, and I was like, oh, this looks really cool actually. And then I read the first issue of the Batman Rebirth, and then it had no relation to the Rebirth thing at all. And I was just thinking, well,
what's
that because the Rebirth comic did have a lot to do with Batman was in it quite a bit, wasn't he? And then the Batman issue,
him and Flash discovered the Watchmen.
Yeah, and then the Batman was just like doing his own thing, and I was like, so where's this then? Is this after that, or is it before that? Is it? Where is this, and when's this Watchmen storyline going to be tied
no
up?
idea.
It's just really annoying that
no idea
that DC are kind of going. I think the crossovers are good, and the crossovers should add to the experience if you do read everything, but they shouldn't take away from the experience if you just read one or two.
That's a big issue. It's
which is a problem with DC, I think, comics.
Marvel do that quite a lot though as well.
I think
but Marvel are doing relaunches as well, like every 6 months now. It's really weird. They keep doing Marvel Now, then it's all new Marvel Now, then it's all new, all different Marvel Now. Now it's just Marvel Now again. It's like, you've lost me because you keep doing this.
Do you reckon comics are?
I've lost interest.
Dying.
I think they're
running out of. I mean,
but it's like Marvel
most of these
keep as
comics have been going for how many years?
Yeah, I think they've probably had a massive pickup in the last 5 years or whatever.
They're just trying to maintain the pickup.
I think they're trying to maintain. Like Marvel, I mean, you could sort of say it's a good thing, but Marvel are kind of doing this thing where they're just replacing all the heroes with ethnic people.
Yeah, which feels
it's like, Iron Man's not here anymore. Now it's
like young.
It's young
black woman.
I think is she
Iron
black?
Man.
Yeah, Black Iron Man. It's like, why don't you just make a new superhero who's black and young and a girl? Why do you have to make that Iron Man? It just seems a bit
convoluted.
It's like alienate fans who are fans of Tony Stark and the original Iron Man.
Yeah,
but you're not quite committing to creating a new superhero. It's just really, I think it's quite a lazy way of saying, oh, look how diverse we are.
Yeah,
just making you a new person.
Yeah, it's not going to the proper
effort. It's not going to the proper effort of actually creating a character. It's just,
correct.
Let's just give her an Iron Man suit because why not?
Instead of creating a proper.
So people, and like the Hulk's not. I think Bruce Banner's dead now. The Hulk's a new Hulk. He's a Chinese guy now.
Yeah,
and it's just like Miles Morales is Spider-Man and Peter Parker's not really in it all that much. I know he's still around.
The problem with comics is that
it's just like there's too much.
They always bring it back round to how it used to be, didn't they? And that's the kind of problem. You go, oh, like Spider-Man's dead, but
then you look at Batman. Like
Batman's just been a staple.
They do so like Scott Snyder's run on Batman in the New 52 was so good.
Yeah, it was. Really,
and it was because it kept the core of the characters the same and just told new stories with it.
Yeah.
I just feel like Marvel got really lazy. It's like, oh, we need to change it now. Let's just change the colour of this person's skin. It'll be a completely different comic. And they've gone like really teenagey as well. Like the Avengers was like Vision, Iron Man, Thor, who's Jane Foster, and then they had like Nova, Miss Marvel, who's a Asian teenager. Nova's a teenager. Miles Morales is a teenager. So there's that kids there, and it's just like, oh, kids. Like, I don't want to read about kids being stupid kids because kids are stupid.
They're probably trying to.
Like, why as an adult do I want to read about little kids doing stupid kids?
Yeah, they're probably trying to pick up.
Yeah, I know, but like, you just alienate people like me. I'd have no interest in looking at teenage angsty problems because it's really boring.
It's like they're probably just trying to get in, all the people that are watching like the Marvel film now and going, oh yeah, I really enjoy this. Like, I might check out the comics.
Yeah.
We just think like DC do that quite well. It's because obviously they've got like Teen Titans.
Exactly.
Which is apparently a good series anyway.
It's supposed to be really good.
If you want to relate to a character that's your own age, that's sort of where you go with that. But if you want to watch like your more grown-up stuff, then you got your Batman and you Justice League.
Yeah, I don't feel like sort of Marvel's got that, which is why they've lost me, I think. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
To the big one.
No, this is the end.
Do you believe it's the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking of comic books then, edit that bit out, and it's like I've done a perfect segue. Best comic book film of 2016. Suicide Squad.
No. Civil War probably,
by distance.
Yeah.
By like a landslide.
Yeah.
I don't know, you were a real fan of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
anywhere
near
near
as good as Civil
War.
Okay. Should we name what we had?
Yeah, we had
Batman
v Superman. Which there are still elements that I do really enjoy about that film, and I think it could be very easily fixed.
Yes.
And I think actually,
I want someone to fix
I'm
it.
gonna start a YouTube thing called Real Film Rewrites, and I might play around with that Batman v Superman because I've got some good ideas for that.
Yes.
How that film
Send him into Zack Snyder.
sorted.
Good.
But yeah, that was really disappointing. Suicide Squad was just a really
dog
bad
shite.
film.
Absolute dog shite.
Not even a good film, let alone a good story. Or
Yeah.
Absolute dog shite.
Well, what else do we have?
Civil War,
Doctor Strange.
and X-Men, which I completely forgot about.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't watch X-Men.
Did we get
Actually, I've
enough-
still not seen X-Men. Actually.
Well, you probably have because you've seen all of the other ones.
Oh yeah,
Burn, Bryan Singer.
Yeah. Is that all we've had? That doesn't seem like a lot. That.
It doesn't seem like a lot.
I think that's it. Deadpool,
Oh, Deadpool, which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's buzzing off Deadpool. It's so edgy. No, he's not edgy. He just talks about his
edgy.
dick the whole time. That's not edgy.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've not
like
given
the
it. I've not
character.
watched it again.
I watched it
No,
again.
I've not watched it again.
I've got a bit bored because
Oh,
it's
did you?
so linear. It's like, oh, here's a bad guy and stole my girlfriend because women are incapable of fighting their own battles. So now I have to save her.
Strange, isn't it?
Well, that's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's fine.
Best one, Civil War.
Civil
Civil
By a
War.
mile.
yeah.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Yeah.
Consensus.
Worst comic book film.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide
Suicide
It's got to
Squad
be
by a
as
mile.
well.
Definitely. That is.
It's atrocious.
It's so bad. I mean,
I think it's
at
actually-
least sort of Batman v Superman was a bit
It tried.
disappointing.
It looked nice.
It kind of had a good concept.
Ben Affleck was good.
Ben Affleck was good.
It had a good comic book feel.
Yeah, it had a good concept to it at its core, whereas Suicide Squad just completely misunderstood everything that it should and could have
It
been.
didn't understand its own characters. It didn't
Yeah.
understand its own role as
That's
a
what
squad.
that's what the stupid thing is, that nobody kind of picked up on that and went
Yeah.
like read that first draft
Apart from
and
us.
read that first draft and then said, but why the Suicide Squad
Even in this film.
Yeah.
Because
Was there no sort of original?
But it's like, these people need to fight Superman. How are any of these people going to fight Superman?
Yeah.
yeah, they're all
How
going
are
to
any
die.
of these people going to do anything at Superman? Like the first, whenever I saw that in the trailer, I was like,
Yeah,
if that's the basis of you forming the Suicide Squad, then
because
this is going to be a
if
fucking
Superman
stupid film.
turns bad, he's just gonna heat vision them all. They're all gonna
None
die.
of them could. Yeah, exactly.
Like, none of them could stand up to
So then the whole
Superman.
it's so.
It's
shit.
like Batman only just about managed to survive, and that's because he's incredibly intelligent and he managed to weaken Superman.
And he can lift all those tires.
And he can lift all those tyres.
And his mum's got the same name.
And his mum.
That probably gives him inner strength.
Yeah.
X-Men Apocalypse was dog shit as well. I really hated that
Yeah,
actually.
It wasn't.
Did
I
you?
really hate. I hated that
It
almost
sounded
as
like
much
it
as I
had
hated
some
Suicide.
cool
No, it
concepts
didn't. No,
with
it
like
didn't.
Magneto.
No, it's terrible.
Did it not?
It's
No,
shocking.
just kill his family again. It's the
Again,
same thing.
when did his family? What
His
did
family
they?
always die.
I thought that sounded quite cool from what I heard of that
Well,
part of it. Like,
Yeah.
It's fine
It's
because
just so-
Fassbender's a good actor, but
Yeah.
apparently
it was
there's
like,
a scene
oh, he's
cut out
good.
of the
He's a
film
good.
that was,
He's a
like,
good guy.
incredible.
He's a good guy, and now he's a bad guy again.
There's apparently a scene with Fassbender that got cut from the film that was just like, absolutely incredible, like piece of acting from.
Good actor.
Well, Fassbender,
He's
but they had to-
fantastic, but they've given him the same things to do again, and it's like
Yeah, they didn't have any
he
ideas for this
does
film.
familial loss fine, that's great, but
Yeah.
don't have him lose like all his family in the Holocaust and then all his family again for no reason, just to give him.
Yeah, it was really
character
pointless as well. I was like,
Like motivation.
I'm going to
Yeah.
kill your daughter now.
So he doesn't necessarily need that sort of motivation. You can give him motivation.
And then,
better
yeah, and it was like,
written
oh, I'm just going to work for
motivation.
this guy now.
Yeah,
Oh, it was absolute
doesn't
dog
make any
shit.
sense. It's
Absolute
just- yeah.
shite.
It's a shame because Oscar Isaacs is also one of your favourite.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
great
and there's
actor.
no point you could have had
Great
anyone
actor.
in that role.
Yeah,
Why would you paint him blue? Just have him as a normal looking guy.
yeah, I don't know.
The costume looked awful. That was a
Yeah.
bad film.
It was bad.
Worse than Suicide Squad.
It annoyed me more because I really like Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I think that's
really
my favorite.
expect
I think that's my
anything.
favorite X-Men film, and I really like McAvoy and Fassbender.
Yeah, their duo is really, really good.
I've been burned by X-Men.
I do hate Jennifer
ever
Lawrence in those
expect
films,
anything
though.
to be good, so.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence really annoys me in those films as well. I'm gonna play Katniss from Hunger Games again because we need the
I'm not-
teen crowd. We
I'm
need all
not
the
gonna wear the blue costume because I don't like it.
even though I think I should be blue. Philosophically, I think I shouldn't have to hide myself, but I'm still gonna do it because I need to look like Jennifer Lawrence for marketing purposes.
That's because she hates the
Yeah.
costume.
And also marketing.
makeup.
I think it's probably marketing purposes. And
Yeah,
Probably
probably
both.
is quite a lot.
it's they hate they want to do it for marketing purposes, and they also want to shift the blame to Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Let's blame it on her.
She won't be back.
Nope.
No.
Where do you want to go next?
Don't know. TV.
TV, best TV show. Westworld?
Westworld, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
Stranger
shout.
Things.
Oh, Stranger
Ooh,
Things is good as
Stranger
well.
Things.
I think I did prefer Westworld though,
I think I
because in
Both,
Stranger
yeah.
Things you
Very
kind of
different.
go. It didn't offer up loads of surprises. It kind of goes where you think it's going to go and everything.
Yeah.
I don't,
It's
I
really,
was-
really good,
I was
no
on the edge
doubt.
of my seat
Oh, yeah,
all
I
the way
was,
through
I
Stranger
was.
Things. Whereas in Westworld it did
I think
meander a little bit more.
yeah, it did.
Yeah, there's a bit
But
But
too
there
much.
was a lot
there
more
were-
going on, wasn't there,
Yeah,
in Westworld?
there were
So.
more stories going on, there were more episodes, so it's always going to be a bit like that. And you had to wait a week for each one. When
Yeah.
Stranger Things, it
Yeah,
was
it was
like
binge
Binge
watch.
it, yeah.
I think Westworld will come across a lot differently if you binge watched it,
Yeah, Paul was.
which I will be doing.
Yeah, Paul was saying he was like wasn't feeling well on Christmas Day, and he watched 7 episodes of Westworld like back to back, and then had finished them all by Boxing Day.
Antisocial.
Yeah, and he loved it, and he was like, "Oh, what did he say? It's like a ex-philosophy student's wet dream."
Oh yeah, definitely,
Riz.
very much so.
I'm pretty sure were his words about it. So
But
no,
yeah,
I have to probably put that up there. But
there were bits that we criticised as we were watching though.
yeah,
Can't remember, to be honest.
we're gonna do a Westworld episode a bit late now.
We can do a Westworld episode. Do it
Okay,
next
cool.
time.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
But
Daredevil season 2.
it was alright. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty good.
Best
Too
comic book
much
show.
of the-
Yo,
don't
yeah,
you know that's
definitely
true?
best comic book show. Yeah, I've still not watched more than one episode of Luke
Luke Cage is
so
fine.
I really
It was alright.
enjoyed Luke Cage. More
It was
so than
alright.
you.
I couldn't get into. I watched the first episode and just went, yeah,
It's because they're black and you can't relate to black people.
pretty much, yeah.
I loved all that aspect of it. I loved the music and the style of speech and the style of it.
The
and
first
all
half of the
that
series
stuff.
is really good, and then it goes a bit
but
weird.
Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't use what they had at the beginning and carry on with it.
Maybe I'll watch
Very
it.
cryptic.
Maybe I'll watch it at
No
some point.
spoilers, isn't
No, I
Or
would do.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
I
would.
would.
Maybe I
yeah, I would recommend to watch it.
will. What else have we had this year?
Was Jessica Jones last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
We get the normal Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Modern Family.
Oh yeah. I do
Which are all
love that
great.
stuff, but I just you kind of it's not the best program, but I probably enjoy watching that
Yeah.
stuff like that more than most things. 'Cause it's just
I-
good fun, really funny.
I watched the OA, which came on Netflix about a month ago, and I sort of binged it until it was all gone.
Was it good?
Well, sort of, I felt like it was. I felt like I was enjoying it, and I wanted to get to the end. I wanted to know what was happening, but I was a little bit let down by some of the reveals.
Oh yeah, I read a headline, someone saying that the
Yeah.
end wasn't
It
as good as it
seems
could have been.
a lot more mysterious than it ends up being.
Oh okay. I'm
But
gonna watch
at the
it. I
same
think.
time, I would recommend watching it and not reading too much before you do, because it might spoil it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it was odd, and it really hooked me while I was watching it.
What
Better
else
Call
is it?
Saul.
I've still not watched any
I've
of Better
still
Call
not-
Saul.
It's so
yet.
good.
I've not
I've
watched
watched
any
so
of it.
good.
Half of it.
It's so good. It's probably one of my favourite TV shows.
Really? See,
It's
I
really
never,
good.
I never really people talk about it.
I don't know, but everyone just talks about
That's
it,
like a
raves
thing.
about it. No
Yeah,
one talks
yeah.
about it and says, "Oh, it's all right."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
that's true.
yeah.
It's a bit
Oh,
slow
shit.
watching though. I find it hard to.
oh, it's really
'cause
good.
I'm
What's his
watching it
name?
on my own as well.
What's his name?
Saul.
Yeah, the guy who plays him. What's his name? Bob.
Organ,
Organ,
Nurky.
He's really good.
Yeah,
He's
good.
really-
Yeah, he's a good actor. I like him.
But it's like because you know where it's going because he starts off as like trying to be a legit lawyer,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
trying
you
to
just
prove
kind of
himself.
watch him like be like, "Nah, fuck you, I'm gonna," and everyone else kind of doubts him, and watching him be like, "Nah, fuck you, I'm gonna do this properly."
Yeah.
And then kind of everyone else putting him down kind of drives him to become
Saul.
it's like Saul essentially. Yeah, it's so good.
Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
That's good.
Took my friend so long to realise that he's called Saul
Doesn't he
Goodman.
point that out in the first
Yeah,
episode?
I
don't know.
I'm pretty sure he points it out.
Some of my friends didn't get it for ages, and I was just like, it's
You're an
Saul
idiot.
Goodman. It's all good man.
You're an idiot. Best TV show, Westworld.
Westworld, yeah, I reckon, yeah. It's one
Game
the
of
best.
Thrones.
Oh yeah, Game of
Yeah,
Thrones
Game
was
of
good.
Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best
I-
series for 3 years.
I still think though, I still prefer the season 1. Like I remember
And
rewatching
it's the same with
season 1
the
the
same
last
with the
time
books,
I did
though,
it,
yeah.
and I was just like, this is incredible.
I think it's because you kind of
rewatching season 1, you just watch it and you just go, that is an incredible series.
I think a lot of it's because they kind of destroy everything they kind of build.
Yeah, they do. And
by the end of series 3, everything that you've kind of wanted to come, apart from like Ned, obviously.
Yeah.
But like the Starks are kind of like rising to power, and you're kind of like, this is really good. I'm really into this. I'm really into these characters and stuff. And then everything gets torn apart, and it's like they kind of just have to.
Yeah.
That must be really difficult to write, to kind of piece that back together and stuff.
It's fair, like the Red Wedding was a great plot point twist thing, but now it's even getting to the point where we're like Game of Thrones spoilers with like the Viper and the Mountain and stuff, and you kind of go, oh, this is going to be a really cool storyline because the Viper's on this revenge thing to like avenge his family and his sister and stuff, and then he was a really cool character, and you thought, oh, what's he going to end up doing here? And then he just dies, and you just go. Oh.
And instead of having his story, we have Arya learning how to fight with sticks.
Yeah,
there's so much shit in like series 4 and 5.
It's just
so
like it's still better than 90% of the stuff out there.
See, I thought season 6 was really, really good.
I still really prefer the older stuff because now you kind of know what everyone wants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know where everyone's going. Whereas I love the first season where you didn't know who wanted what, who was on whose side. Especially with like Varys and Littlefinger. Like Littlefinger's gone off the rails a bit. Littlefinger's
like his accent.
He's just
he's got a different accent every episode. That guy.
He's just sort of like before in the first few seasons. It was this is really cool because you don't actually know whose side he's on. And now it's just kind of going, I don't even think the writers know his side he's on because it just seems to be so erratic, and if they don't address what his end goal is in the end, I'll be really annoyed because he's a cool character, but they've just sort of neglected him a bit in the last couple of seasons.
I do think that it's really hard for any sort of drama to get better every season.
I think season 6 is definitely an improvement on 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing now though, isn't it? That it's like spectacle.
I think it's kind of getting people but it's getting the characters kind of back together as well. Like although the characters took turns like Arya and stuff where you kind of think, I don't really like you anymore.
Yeah.
And I suppose Jaime's character took a good turn, but a lot of them kind of like Jon Snow got a bit annoying and like Bran was barely in it, and you kind of think like you're kind of ignoring the important characters here, or it feels like the important characters
for like big battles and stuff. It's like the battles are cool. Like I love a good battle, like as much as the next man, but
it's like after the night out.
Yeah, but
in a kebab shop.
Yeah, big battle. But
I think it is.
It felt like that's what people have ended up speaking about in the last few seasons of Game of Thrones, going, "Oh, that battle was mint."
And everyone pretended they were upset at Hodor. He's like a nothing character.
I was a bit sad about
Hodor. It's a really upsetting story.
Yeah.
How tragic.
Don't care.
Where's your heart?
Yeah.
It's not there. Westworld wins.
I do think that it's helped by the fact that it's announced that it's going to be the last season. I think
last 2 seasons.
There's going to be 2 more.
Yeah, 7 each. I think it's like 1.5 really.
Yeah, 1.5 seasons. Yeah.
I think having an end date makes it more
I'm definitely glad they put a cap on it and just said this is when we're going to end it.
You've got it. Otherwise, you get the Doctor Who syndrome.
Yeah.
And also the books end. So.
Yeah, but
the books haven't been written yet. So.
Well, I know what happens.
Yeah, but it is going. Obviously,
so they've always had an end point.
Oh, yeah, but obviously they're taking a different route to the end point, so they could drag it out, which I'm glad they're not doing.
I don't think they ever would, to be honest.
I don't know.
Oh God, they're not.
I don't trust.
HBO are onto a winner either way, though, aren't they? I suppose they got Westworld and Game of Thrones, and you just think what they're gonna do next.
Something good,
probably.
What about the Night Manager?
Oh, that was really good.
I really enjoyed that.
I've not finished it yet though.
Have you not?
No, because I missed like a couple of the last 2 episodes.
You just give up. It's so easy to give up. You are, aren't you? You miss like an episode, and you're like,
no,
that's it. Can't watch it now.
No, do you know what?
Well, life is over.
It's because our on demand was so bad that I could never.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like get it to work to go back to it. Is that on?
Should be on.
Yeah, DVD probably.
Yeah, DVD. Yeah. I definitely want to watch it because it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
It was good.
Birthday, maybe.
It's got loads of
good people,
Golden Globes, noms, and everything. Got Golden Globe noms.
Should we move on then?
Yeah.
Westworld takes best film, best TV show. What's the worst TV show? Flash. Done.
Or would it be Arrow? I mean.
Oh yeah, would it be Arrow? Or would it be Supergirl?
Or Supergirl?
Or would it be the crossovers?
I watched the first half an hour of Supergirl and I could not do it.
We can see.
I tried to. No, I watched it because it's the one with Superman in, and I was like, "This is shite."
Oh god, it was awful.
It was awful. Any of those shows,
because we watched the trailer for Supergirl, thinking, "Oh my god, that looks terrible," and then people were saying, "Oh no, it's a lot better than the trailer gives away."
I think it is better. That's just.
But it's still
just
not
shows you how low the bar was on that trailer. There's a lot of stuff like that.
Oh, another
Yeah,
one that
cool.
I loved was Gilmore Girls. A Year in the Life.
I hate those people. That'd be my worst TV show, actually.
Have you watched that?
I watched some of it.
He watches little bits.
They're
and he
horrible
says,
people. They're
"Oh, I
really
hate
horrible
them all,
people.
They're really horrible. They're really
They are.
cliquey."
They're really cliquey, horrible, like snobby, self-indulgent, like sneery people.
I don't care. I love them.
And anyone who's not in their little clique, they just laugh and mock. They're just bullies. That's all they are. They're horrible people.
I don't care. I still love
Worst TV show of the
it. And I
year
want them to bring
goes
out more
to
because
Gilmore
there's
Girls.
such a well, it's not a cliffhanger, but there's such a reveal at the end, and I want it to carry on.
I hope a baby dies. Spoiler alert.
She was a baby.
Rory's pregnant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You say that like you're interested or care.
Shall we move on then?
Yeah. What do we decide?
Gilmore Girls is the worst
Gilmore
No,
Girls.
TV
it's
show.
not.
Do you want to do worst film first?
Yeah, worst film.
Or
Suicide
most
Squad.
disappointing film first?
Most disappointing,
Batman
I'd
v
say Batman v
Superman.
Superman.
Most
Batman v
disappointing film.
Superman or Rogue One?
No, Batman v
I didn't
Superman.
feel anything in Rogue One. At least like in Batman v Superman, I was like, oh, that's a really cool Batman scene. Oh, I
feel
really like Ben
they
Affleck.
had so much more that they could have done with Batman v Superman, whereas with Rogue
I
One,
feel like they could have done shitloads more with Rogue One.
Yeah,
There's
but
so
I
much
feel
more.
like
Like
they
make
didn't have that much to
characters.
work
At least
with.
Batman v Superman had characters in it. And no
Yeah.
matter how jumbled their
Bad
motives
ones,
were, at least they had some character in it. Like Rogue One was like, hi, I'm a person. I'm also a person. I'm a person too.
we're
now
two
let's go and
people
do
that
this
stay
thing.
together for a
Yeah,
whole thing.
we're the Chinese people. I'm the Latino man.
Yeah.
I
No, I
just
can see
like
that, but
I had higher hopes. Not higher hopes,
No,
but kind of,
I had much bigger hopes for Rogue One. Not Rogue One. Batman v Superman.
I did, but then I
And
also
that's
thought
why-
Zack Snyder's in
But
charge.
then
I was like,
it also sets precedent for what's going to happen next in the DC film.
I think I'm speaking now because I'm fresh off Rogue One, and the more I think about it, the more I really don't like it.
Really?
Whereas
I don't
Batman
get
v,
that.
I kind of
enjoyed
I
it.
kind of get over my Batman v Superman burn at the moment. Because I'm like, oh well, at least Ben Affleck's now
Come rewatch it again.
executive producer.
I
now
I
he's
guess I
like
would
writing
like
the
to watch
Batman.
Batman v
Now
Superman
you're
again,
talking
whereas I
over me.
wouldn't like to watch that again.
Rogue One again.
I watched Rogue One again,
I did
and
actually.
I almost fell asleep.
I do actually quite want to go and watch Rogue One again.
Oh
to be
man,
fair.
it's so boring.
I
got so bored.
enjoyed it to a certain extent.
I got so bored.
Just
Like it's
person.
not a bad film. I know, like critically, objectively, it's not a bad film, but it didn't even touch Star Wars. Like it doesn't add
No.
anything to Star Wars. It doesn't add anything to Star Wars canon.
It adds the. It does. It adds
Why there's a
fact
fall in the
that-
Death
yeah.
Star? Right?
It
Yeah, you could have.
does.
You could have just said. You could have
That's
just edited the scroll from A New Hope and put that in a sentence. Oh, an engineer was
Yeah.
working for the rebels, but secretly and
I
put
like
flaw
that.
in.
I
I thought that was cool.
I thought that was cool, but like, even the prequels add history to Star Wars.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But that's
Expand
not.
the
That's not why
universe.
that this thing. That's like a.
But why do you introduce Jeddah then? What's the point in putting Jeddah in there, saying,
do you
"Oh, this
mean?
is the home of the Jedi's"? We're not going to tell you anything else about it.
Oh,
The whole point of these
The whole
anthologies-
point of the film wasn't to talk about Jeddah, was it? It was to talk about the
Well, then the whole concept is flawed.
what of going to Jeddah.
The whole point of doing anthology films is to fill in gaps, give us information, history that we don't get in the other films. All this did was said they got the Death Star
Yeah,
plans.
but it was just like a safe first option, wasn't it? To go, let's not go all
That's
out
exactly,
there.
it's too safe. At least Batman v
was too
Superman
safe.
took a risk.
That's true, actually.
At least Batman v Superman was like, "Oh, we're going to try something
was, but
massive
you-
and stupid."
You've got to feel out like how people feel about.
But you know how
that
you know
film.
what
Well, you
Star
don't,
Wars feel
because
like. Yeah, you do.
Not the average fan, you don't. Because even now, after watching it, someone I was speaking to yesterday had no idea where that film took place within
That's
the Star
'cause
Wars
there's
universe.
still- there are
He
always gonna
thought-
be retards.
He thought that was right after Revenge of the Sith, even though it ends. Because his reasoning for Darth Vader being badass
Your friend is a retard.
was that he was like, well, it was just after Revenge of the Sith. Do you know when he was doing all that stuff? You know, it's another
Your friend's an
30
idiot.
years before.
Friend's an idiot.
Yeah, years before, another 30 years before he, slows down. And I was like,
Yeah,
and
but his
it
daughter's
ends.
already full
It
grown.
ends 10 minutes before.
Yeah, Princess Leia.
Rogue
Fuck
One
Princess
starts.
Leia. You see Princess Leia get born at the end of Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
and he thinks that's directly afterwards.
Yeah.
She's just growing to a 20-year-old
Yeah.
woman. That's not a fault. That's
No, it's
solely on
not.
your, that's
No, but
solely on
there's
this
more
person.
than other people I've spoken to.
That
still don't
woman looks a
understand
lot like
where-
Princess Leia. Is that her mum?
People still don't know when that.
I think it's very clear what that is.
I think some people are still confused
Yeah, I
about
think
when it
so.
is.
That's why
like
it
the
annoyed
average
me.
fan is.
That's why it annoyed me, because he aimed it at the average man rather. The Force Awakens was
Well,
like.
you've got to, haven't you? Because that's where you
Well,
make
the
the
Force
money.
Awakens didn't. The Force Awakens was like a perfect blend of like
I think you can,
we've
yeah,
got
you
great
can-
stuff in here for the fans.
Yeah, that was a better blend of it than Rogue One, but I don't think you can go and tell a story that's completely disconnected from the rest of the.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
universe.
Rogue One would have been good, but then like, give us some backstory on these characters. Give us backstory on the planet that they're on. You could add that into the film, make the film more interesting.
Yeah, you could do. I'm not saying it's a faultless film. I'm just saying.
I'm saying it's not like I don't have an issue with them making that film. It's like fine, whatever. But Don't expect me to feel anything for any of the characters when you give me literally no backstory on any of the characters.
I did feel for some of the characters. Like the main ones I did. I was like, oh, these guys, like, yeah, it could be better, but I was like, I like all these. And then every time they go, all the ones that volunteer at the end, going, oh, I don't know who any of those guys are.
No, I don't care. I don't care about that.
The point of them is they're supposed to just be there to make a distraction and have a
I don't care about that.
That's cool.
I don't give a shit about that. Because that's the same. You might have a problem with every single war film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Why are these orcs? I don't know what these orcs are doing. What's their backstory? I know they want to fight for Sauron, but why?
I found that the only characters I cared about were Jin, her dad.
I didn't like her at all.
And the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot was cool.
I really cared about the pilot.
I kind of like.
He was alright. Yeah, he's fine.
Like,
but the two Chinese guys, yeah, Blind Daredevil could have been like a really cool, like little glimpse of like what the view of the Force was.
Yeah.
What view of the Jedi? Because like Star Wars, like people saying, okay, it's good to have not of the Jedi, not of the Skywalkers. I'm like, well, that's kind of what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the Skywalkers. That's the whole.
At least you just saying you want to see more, and now you're saying, oh, there's no Skywalkers in it.
No, but like
it shows you more. Plus nods to the Skywalkers.
No, but it is about like special people using the Force, and it is about stuff like the Force and mystery.
Going on within the Star Wars universe.
But they didn't show us that. They just showed us, oh, here's a normal guy doing a normal thing.
The thing is,
they didn't show us anything extra than we already knew. They're just like, oh, here's that guy. He's flying a ship that we've already seen before.
That's what I mean. Like we know that the Death Star plans got stolen. It was just kind of going, this is how it got stolen. And it was just like a safe first film to make.
Yeah, I feel
to go,
like all three
how
of
are people going to feel about us making films that aren't about the Skywalkers?
Yeah, it's testing the waters.
Yeah, kind of going. You kind
of
know.
Fine if you give us interesting characters to take over.
At the same time, I feel like all three of us could write a better storyline for that film to make it.
But like everything everyone loves about, like, okay, let's say this is an expanded universe story. The things that everyone loves about the expanded universe is that it actually expands the universe. This does not expand the universe in any way, and it could do. And it could tell the same story. It could tell the same story of here's the Death Star plans, we've got them. But then it could tell us something about like Galen Erso inside the Empire would be really cool, like watching him undercover.
Yeah.
Or make his reveal at the end. Like, don't make his reveal like halfway through. So it's like,
yeah, don't kill him halfway through.
Yeah.
Or
and like Jin's backstory, and apparently
still not.
And it's like, oh, here's
that he was the one that saved everybody.
Yeah, and then there's a cool bit where it's like, yeah, and his sacrifice goes like unrecognised.
Exactly,
it'd be really cool.
That would be really cool because then it's not recognised in the films, is it?
Then like, there's a bit like with Jin, it's like there's those little like annoying nods where it's like, oh, kyber crystal, she's wearing a kyber crystal. It's like, well, what does that mean? What does that mean about her family? Are her family Jedi's in the past?
Well, also I saw the first part of it again yesterday, and. Her mum's sort of wearing Jedi-ish.
Yeah,
robes.
apparently in original scripts, her mum was a Jedi.
Yeah, she's wearing very Jedi-esque.
But there's those like little like superficial nods rather than
there are definitely.
Which kind of annoys me. It's like give us like real stuff. Like when they were because when they were like they were talking about Jedi like before the film was released and saying this is really important. There's a giant statue of a Jedi like on the floor and stuff. And it's like why not just put in some history there? It'd be interesting, some backstory to this world. The world didn't feel like it was kind of lived in, really.
No, that's the whole thing of Star Wars, isn't it? It looks lived in.
It looks it. Like the aesthetics are really good. I really like the aesthetics. And again, it's not a bad film, but I was just really like.
I didn't hype myself up for Rogue One at all. I was just kind of going, yeah, go and watch it. It could be cool. Yeah. I'm interested to see the story, and then I was like, yeah, and like it's got its faults, but I enjoyed that. Not whereas Batman v Superman, I was like, this could be the best film I've ever watched ever.
Yeah.
And then it was just
I think so much
really stupid. Yeah, I'd go for Batman v Superman. That's my most.
I'd have them joint.
Like because I wasn't disappointed when it came out. I wasn't disappointed when it came out of Rogue One. I was just like, yeah, I enjoyed that for what it was. Whereas Rogue One, like Batman v Superman, I felt pretty crushed after.
To be fair, I felt equally crushed with both of them.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, no. Batman v Superman. Instantly, I came out. I was like, oh, that's a pile of dog shit. I hated that. And that Rogue One. I was like, oh.
Why did I
was a bit like, oh right,
yeah,
oh right. And then like as the times progressed since I've watched it, I was like, oh, that's why I felt empty after leaving that film.
Yeah,
I've kind of like realised it more. Like it's more. I don't know. Like there doesn't feel like there's any like heart in it. Where at least Batman v Superman, you kind of know that Zack Snyder's put it like it's misguided, but at least he's kind of put his heart into it a bit.
Yeah.
See, that's it. I did care about the characters in Rogue One. I can't really explain why. It's just one of the things that
Yeah, it's one of
I
the
think
things
I just bought into what they were doing. I kind of went. They're not explaining it very well, but I know what they're trying to
Just
do,
doing it.
and I was just like, I'll just buy into it and I'll enjoy the film.
I
So
did
that's
decide at the beginning I'm going to try and enjoy this.
yeah, because
I'm
like,
gonna ignore all the bad
like the
things.
backstories weren't that fleshed out, but I kind of knew what they were doing with everyone. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna fill these backstories in my own head in a way, and kind of like do that. Is what I did with that.
So we all agree.
Batman v
Rogue
Superman.
One
Batman
is
v
the most
Superman.
disappointing
No, Batman
film.
v Superman.
Suicide Squad as well.
That was
shit.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was. I was more disappointed by Batman v Superman because
Yeah,
I genuinely thought Batman v Superman was going to blow my mind
Yeah.
because the trailers would. Well, the first couple of trailers.
Well, that's the thing about
were
Zack Snyder. He
incredible.
just makes stuff look incredible. So
Yeah.
when it's only in trailer format, you're like, this looks incredible.
Yeah,
Visually, it looks incredible, and then you kind of realise
yeah. I might do a
Anyway,
real film rewrite on Rogue One as well,
I'll do one on Rogue One.
and Suicide Squad. No, you're not a writer. I'm actually a
You don't need to.
trained,
You don't,
qualified
you don't
writer.
need to be apparently.
I'm a writer.
Writers never
So
stop,
let's
Rob.
go on to that was the most disappointing film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Worst
the
film?
Film.
Suicide Squad.
Independence
Squad.
Day Resurgence.
Oh god, yeah.
Is that worse than
Independence Day
Suicide
was
Squad?
Oh my god, it's terrible. It's honestly
Oh,
awful.
I can't even think what happens. At least Suicide Squad kind of stuck with me and was like, oh, Will Smith's quite good. Margot Robbie's quite good.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang's not as terrible as you thought he would.
Yes, that stupid pink unicorn thing.
Which is probably a reference to Deadpool.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah, I
knows?
think so. And he does that weird crocodile.
Yeah.
To the...
At least.
See that IGN said that was one of their favourite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely was hilarious.
So weird. I was
I'll
laughing
watch
for like
that
5
again.
minutes in the cinema,
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck is going on? I might buy the DVD just to watch that, or like, on looking like little gif of
Yeah, I
it.
think I'm going to
Yeah,
buy
I'm
the
gonna get a
extended
gift.
version and give it a watch.
I think, like, I kind of feel
do wanna
as well,
watch the
like,
extended
with
version.
Suicide Squad, I feel like they had a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Jared Leto probably wasn't that bad if he
Yeah.
had a full character.
I kind of feel like the amount of slag Suicide Squad off, I owe it another watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've slagged it off that much. I think
Definitely.
I owe it to watch it,
watch it
again. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
to
I've
watch the
seen it once.
extended cut, I think it might.
Apparently, it
make a
doesn't add
difference.
anything.
Just make a decent
Yeah.
film first time, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing a rewrite on Suicide Squad because I actually have a really great idea for how to make a really, really good
So it could be
Suicide
that.
Squad film.
That was like.
That's bad.
It was.
I don't feel any sort
The more I
of
think about
necessarily
that,
that
the more
much
I think-
affection for those characters, so I wasn't
No, I
that
don't.
disappointed as I was.
I wasn't.
Batman
I
Superman
wasn't.
with
I was
characters I love.
disappointed, but not. I was just like, that was a bad film.
I was
Like we
really
were sat there at
disappointed.
midnight, and whoever sat next to me sort of turned to me and went, and I just went, that was bad, wasn't it? And because it's the first film that I've been to watch, because I think I was in work the next day. It was the first film I'd been to watch at midnight, and I just went, oh, I wish I hadn't come at midnight. Like even with Batman v Superman, I was kind of like, I'm glad I came to watch this at midnight, and we had this like event.
Yeah.
Whereas with Suicide Squad, I just
that's
thought
very, like,
I could
yeah.
be in bed right now, could be asleep, but I'm not. I'm here watching this pile of crap.
Yeah, that was bad. Independence Day Resurgence was awful. Mike and Dave New Wedding Dates was a film that I actually hated. You know, loads of people said they liked it. I thought it was
Yeah.
fucking awful.
It wasn't great.
What about
Patterson?
I can't give that worst film because people have loved it and the right
It does what it wanted
it's,
to do.
yeah it does exactly what it wanted to
just
do.
not
Like
for
it
you,
does
yeah.
exactly what it did
It's not
really
what-
well.
yeah.
But I've never been so
I
bored.
think
in my
that's
life.
the problem
more
with
of a
film,
taste
isn't it?
issue than
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bad film.
That's the problem with film, isn't it? It's so like objective,
Yeah, exactly.
which I always like. It's a different debate totally. But at university, when we had to make a film and give it to a lecturer,
Yeah.
and then they would have to mark it, you just think this is all objective, like
Subjective.
yeah, subjective. Sorry, like you might not like this, but I might show this to another lecturer, and they might
might
really,
love it.
really like it.
There are,
And so
like-
it was always
yeah.
whenever I got notes off a lecturer, if I thought I don't really agree with what you're saying there,
Yeah.
but I'll change it because you're the one marking this, and then I'd
Yeah.
keep like the version that I wanted to make to myself, and I'd change it because I'm kind of going, yeah, I don't want to damage my
Yeah, you don't want to ruin your
My,
grades, but you also.
Sell out.
artistic
Dirty
integrity.
sell out, aren't you?
No,
You
but there was
did
some
sell
points
out.
when I stood up and I said, no, I'm not doing that. And then when the actual film came out,
That's why he dropped out of uni.
yeah, no, there was our final film. We did do that. We kind of went. Everybody wanted me to, like, I was writing it, wanted to do it in a certain way, and I went, I'm not doing it that way because it makes no sense to do it that way. And they were like, can we just shoot shots so we can do it that way if we need to? And I was just like, no, we're not doing it that way at all. And then in the end, they were like, yeah, you were really right to not try and do it that way. And I was like, I know I am, because it's like set on social media, and they wanted to have, do you know, like Sherlock-esque popping up things coming on, but it was like an old guy on a dating site. And I was like, no, because he's not technologically advanced. We can't have all this cool graphics on screen. It's got to be of the screen of him typing. And it worked really well, so,
Good stuff.
I know best.
Worst film then? Independence Day?
Independence Day Resurgence.
Suicide Squad
Or
for
Mike
me.
and Dave.
I've not seen either of those.
I didn't mind Mike and
Suicide
Dave as
Squad
much
for
as
me.
you
Oh, I
did. I
hated
think
it.
probably because I was
So
the one
shit.
that suggested it,
It was
so I
so
felt
shit.
bad.
Yeah, you were like,
Awful.
I enjoyed it.
It was okay.
Awful.
Suicide Squad. Though.
Okay.
For me, anyway.
Best
trailer.
film.
Do best trailer.
Best
Remember any
trailer.
good trailers.
Logan.
Logan's
Oh yeah,
really
it was
good.
a really good trailer.
The first Rogue One was really good.
Yeah.
Until they then revealed the whole film
Yeah.
in the next two trailers.
That small film, A Father and Daughter, directed by
Oh yeah.
Matthew Hall. That was good.
Was it?
That
That's
looks
a good
okay.
trailer. You've not seen it?
Didn't watch it.
You've not watched my trailer?
Looked fine. Looked fine.
You look mint.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Looks sick.
I really liked the trailer for
Spider-Man Homecoming trailer was good.
That was good. Enjoyable.
what's it? Nocturnal Animals. I really liked the trailer for that.
I can't remember that, to be honest.
Yeah, that was good. I need to watch that film actually.
That's
That's a
a
good
good
trailer
film.
though. That's a cool trailer.
That trailer really stuck with me, whereas Arrival's trailer didn't really.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
really
yeah.
remember that.
The Rivals trailer.
You can't really
bad.
put Arrival in
In a
No,
trailer.
exactly.
3 minutes though,
That's the
because
point, isn't
No.
it?
Speaking of Arrival, best film of the year. Arrival.
I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like, there are other ones.
Yeah,
but
that I
then
really
there's
there's
like
films-
Captain Fantastic and there's
Hunt for the
And there's
World
Hunt for the World of People.
or a list of my top 10. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
go
go
on.
on then.
I will put them.
I don't know.
Top 10.
Oh,
Everybody Wants
Them as
Some.
well.
Yeah,
That was great.
that was really
Civil
good.
War. Arrival. Captain Fantastic. This is in no order.
Yeah.
Captain Fantastic. Hunt for the World of People. Spotlight.
Spotlight was great.
Pop Star.
Yes, that was amazing.
Nice Guys.
Yeah, I liked that.
Hello High Water. Big Short. Swiss Army Man. And Creed. Big Short and Creed were released in the UK in 2016, so that counts.
I think Arrival. I don't think I've been sat in the cinema for a while where in the last third of the film, I think at one point my mouth was genuinely open and I was like, oh my god, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Like, I didn't guess it. Like I guess a lot of films because I'm hugely intelligent. No, but you know, like when you've studied film that much, you kind of learn to pick up on every little thing, and you kind of it doesn't ruin films for you. You just sometimes figure out what's going on. But with Arrival, I just didn't at all.
It was so good.
Yeah, I love. I mean, it's fresh in my memory because
Let's watch it
it's
again,
obviously only
yeah.
just come out. But Captain Fantastic's probably up there for me as well. I really enjoyed that.
I'd add Nocturnal Animals to that list if it wasn't on there already.
It wasn't on my top.
I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it.
I really want to see that because the concept sounds so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I also, as much as it was really, really creepy and weird,
Neon
looking
Demon.
back at it, I really liked Neon Demon. I think it was
Yeah,
really
I wouldn't.
Cool.
I can't imagine sitting down and watching Nocturnal Animals and Neon Demon again.
No,
Whereas
There's
I
a
would,
kind of film
I want to sit and watch Arrival again now.
Oh, no,
I want
yeah,
to
I
sit and
do.
watch Captain Fantastic again right now. If someone gave me a DVD of Hunt for the World of People now, I'd be like, yeah, stick it on, stop the podcast.
yeah.
we
Let's
talk-
watch that.
Yeah, but that's kind of when we say best film, we're talking about films that
Yeah.
we enjoyed
Yeah,
the most,
personal
or
opinion.
films that we watched and went, that's
a
like
really
a
good
great film.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously two. Because also, I mean, some of my favourite films of all time, I won't sit down and just watch
Yeah,
whenever.
it's like Schindler's List. You're not going to sit down.
Yeah,
and watch it
yeah,
and
but
have to do
sort
it,
of-
Christmas Day.
I've watched loads of like Marvel films that I wouldn't even put in my top 20 over and
Yeah.
over again because they're kind of fun to watch. Whereas I've got stuff on my top like 5 or whatever that I won't like film The Road with Viggo Mortensen in it. I've only ever watched that once, but that film's like always stuck with me. But it's so horrible that I'd never go really watch it again. Like it's kind of really weird.
No
kind of
spoilers.
dark film, and I won't go
Yeah, I
and
need to
watch it
watch
again. But it's like a great
I
film.
think both things kind of.
Yeah.
think-
So I
yeah.
definitely have Nocturnal Animals and Neon Demon in my top 10. But I'd have most of the other ones that you said as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody Wants Some. Was,
Everybody Wants
Everybody
Some
Wants
is
Some's
really,
up
really good.
there.
It's really
Yeah,
great.
really enjoy it. And that's one
it's
that
like
we can
actually
watch whenever.
a good college film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When most of them like, let's watch 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, they're fun.
Funny, but
They're not
and
like,
stuff like-
realistic.
Yeah.
I know it was more like American Pie actually.
Yeah.
It's like American Pie if American Pie was good and actually with real people.
Yeah,
People,
real
yeah,
people
yeah.
having real conversations that are interesting, even though they're
It's not
really
just like
about
annoying
anything
slapstick like having sex with the pie stuff.
Yeah.
Which I mean, American Pie's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I like
If you're
them for
14.
I like for what they are,
Yeah.
but they're actually like the dialogue in that film's so good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. What,
And like
American
chemistry,
Pie?
was- yeah.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Hey, son. You ever had sex with a pie? I just did, Dad.
Have you?
Have you?
No.
No, because I can get ladies.
Yeah.
When you meet a lady, you have to be nice to her, and then maybe she'll have sex with you.
Yeah.
That's American Pie.
That's
isn't
American Pie. Yeah.
I remember
Word
that
for
scene.
word.
Yeah. Arrival.
Yeah, Arrival.
Pop Star was one of the best films actually that I
Yeah.
enjoyed.
I've still not seen Pop Star.
It's so
I'm
good.
really upset. I love Andy Samberg.
He's fantastic.
Apart from the fact
That's
that
such
he
a
was
great
in
film.
that Adam Sandler film, That's My
Oh,
Boy.
yeah,
He
we
does.
watched the
Yeah.
first bit of that. And
Oh,
we
that
had to
could
turn it
be-
off.
We've had this discussion at least twice
Yeah,
on this
that could be
podcast.
worst film of the year.
Was it?
I know it's not from this year,
Oh,
but
right.
I mean that I've watched this year.
You
and
didn't
it's
watch the
really
whole
bad.
film, that doesn't count. You need to watch the whole film.
So,
Can anyone?
Arrival?
Arrival.
Yeah, I think
for me,
Arrival.
Yeah. I love that
Good.
film.
That's it. We could actually do a quick best video games for me and you.
Oh, best video games. Firewatch.
Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3 is good, but I'm
Which-
only slowly playing. I think Dark Souls 3 is kind of annoying. Not annoying me, but
It's annoying
I
me.
can't- I want-
Watching you play
no,
Dark Souls 3
no,
is
that's what I
annoying
mean.
me.
I want to play it. I want to play it to properly get into it, but obviously I can't really play it without you and Paul, or you or Paul, because we're Let's Playing it. So
True.
I feel that's
It's just,
I feel like that's damaging my quality of
The things
gaming
you
as well,
sacrifice.
because I'm having to stop playing it for like 2-3 weeks and then we play again, so I'm not getting the rhythm.
Get Paul round. Paul,
Yeah,
you'll
just-
come round when you play with Matt
That sounds weird.
and also play Dark Souls.
Play Dark Souls. Yeah, Dark Souls is really good. Firewatch was incredible.
If anyone else would like to come play Dark Souls with Matt, get in touch.
Yeah. No, Firewatch for me was incredible.
I think
Like,
that-
the storyline for that.
Do you know what I
game
also got to
was
start
awesome.
playing?
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider. So
Was that
good.
This year?
It's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
This year.
So good.
Why if you just watched Rob play it,
Yeah. You know what? I'm a passive
passive gamer.
gamer. I enjoy watching games when they're entertaining.
Was Arkham Knight this year? Don't know,
No,
it was
that
last
was last
year.
year.
Overwatch.
Overwatch is great. I really enjoy that game. Yeah, actually, I know like you've not gotten into it as much as I have, but I just think that's a really great first-person shooter because you can there's so many different ways you can play it, and if you don't play that character right, then you're just going to
You
get
cheat.
absolutely whooped. And one person can't just completely boss the game. Like you've got to have a good team, which I really enjoy. I've just started playing Dishonored 2, which seems pretty great so far.
We're not mentioning Uncharted because we haven't played it.
No, we've not played Uncharted 4 yet. What else has come out?
No Man's Sky. Biggest
No Man's
pile
Sky.
of shit.
Biggest disappointment.
So bad.
Most
Well,
disappointing
apparently,
game.
Such a bad
apparently
game.
it's changed quite a lot.
Yeah, apparently they've done a few
Yeah.
So
bug
boring.
things and everything.
So boring.
To be fair, I think they have come out and apologised and said we're taking everything on board. We're sorry this game isn't what you wanted it
This
to
game
be.
is shit.
And because the way games are now, they can probably completely revamp the game just
pretty
through
good, yeah.
downloadable content and
Yeah.
bug fixing and stuff. So you hope they might.
So I've not yet sold it on, but we'll see.
Yeah, just maybe go back.
Yeah, if you
now
try and
download
exchange it, they take like £4 for it. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's fairly.
Really?
Yeah.
Because everybody.
Because everyone's been like, this is terrible, yeah.
That's pretty bad. I think my game of the year would be Firewatch though,
I need to play that.
just because it's the story and like I know like me like I've been speaking to about people and some people have problems with like the ending of it, but I absolutely love the ending for what it is. Obviously I won't spoil it, but I just love that game. Yeah, I love that game. It's really good.
Good.
Sweet. So what are we looking forward to?
Oh, God, that's a good segue. You didn't even have the running order up or anything.
Yeah.
I was just going to end then as well.
How do you-
I was like, that's it, thanks.
What are we looking forward to?
Well, because I need the toilet. So
Just trying to get through it. You
What
want to
are
understand?
we looking forward to? Dooba-dooba-doo. La La Land.
yeah.
Amongst-
Oh,
these are all the
yes.
stuff that have kind of been
I
released,
absolutely can't wait
have
for
been
La La
released
Land,
at
actually.
film festivals. So there's probably technically like 2016 releases,
Yeah.
but we
we've
don't
not
have them
seen
over. We
them
don't have them
yet,
over
yeah.
here yet. La La Land, A Monster Calls, Live by
Yeah.
Night, Manchester by the Sea,
Someone's Live by Night.
Ben Affleck's
Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah,
That's
Ben
the
Affleck's
one.
yeah.
Silence.
Oh, Silence. Yeah.
So these are all ones
me
that
and
are kind
Paul
of-
gonna go and watch Silence.
These are all ones that
together.
are kind of been released,
Getting good.
getting good reviews,
all.
and have sort
All
of
the Oscar
bait stuff,
yeah.
which is all out sort of next month, I think,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
UK.
yeah.
So, well, this month if it's January, or last
Yeah.
month if you listen to this really late.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? So apart from like the Oscar bait stuff,
Star
Wars. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that. I cannot wait
Can't
for that
wait to
trailer.
see.
It's gonna be so
It's
good.
Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill needs the
Mark
lightsaber. Can't wait for Mark Hamill to ignite his lightsaber.
He might not do though.
He will.
He
What
might
if he's
not.
If
pacifist?
he has a blue lightsaber, I'm going to be so pissed off.
If he has a
He
blue
needs to
one.
have a green one.
Yeah, but
I'm so
Ray's
excited.
got his one now.
I'm
He
so
takes
excited.
it and he's like, "Oh, this is Daddy's lightsaber. Daddy killed all those kids with this lightsaber."
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, I've only just realised that actually.
Yeah.
Kills all those kids with that lightsaber, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Why does everyone like that lightsaber so much?
Who knows?
That's
Full of
like-
souls of tiny Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
The souls of tiny Jedis.
Thor
Thor
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. Should be
I
good.
can't wait to see what Taika Waititi does with it.
Taika Waititi.
It's a shame he hasn't written it as well.
Yeah.
It'll still
But
have
the thing
his
is,
It will
like,
have, he will.
Taika Waititi's style wouldn't work for like his complete style
Yeah.
wouldn't
No,
work
no.
for a Marvel film.
It'll be interesting, but I like all the promo bits they've done on like Instagram and stuff.
I like
Yeah.
that scene of Thor when he's like, I'm on holiday in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah, I don't have a phone. Don't send a raven.
Send a raven.
Yeah. It looks like it's
That
been
should be
really
cool.
fun.
Everything Marvel. We've got Spider-Man and Guardians 2 as
yeah.
well.
Two
I'm
will be
excited
out.
about
Logan.
That's only a couple of months away, isn't it? Guardians
Yeah, it's April, I think.
2. Is Logan out next year?
Logan's like in March.
March.
Yeah.
That's soon.
that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the comic book's looking pretty good next year. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman could be good.
Justice League?
Yeah,
I think Justice
sure.
League's next November.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh god.
A lot of kind of exciting ones that not just like when Marvel Phase 2 is like Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Captain America
yeah.
2.
Some
You know, when
exciting
Soldier's
stuff.
Mint, it's like new stuff.
Yeah.
It should be cool.
Yeah, I've not been keeping up on film news that much, so I'm not sure what's actually coming.
I've said mine.
Modern Family new season.
Yeah.
I mean that starts on
Friday.
Friday, but we'll class that as the new year.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine's back, which is always
Whole lot
good.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Game of
Thrones
will be back.
Westworld's at 2018, isn't
Yeah,
it?
2018. That'll be a while. Yeah.
Wait.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Game of Thrones.
Stranger
Yeah.
Things 2.
Stranger Things Series 2.
Is that going to be next year, or is it going to be?
I think it's next year.
So basically, everything we've said that could have a sequel, we're looking forward
Defenders.
More of what we've had, please.
You know,
Yeah,
except for
that'd be-
Defenders.
Not really. Do we get Daredevil season 3 next year?
Do we get
Punisher,
Jessica
don't we?
Jones too?
Do we get Punisher
Do we get both? Do I get both? And Jessica Jones.
and Luke Cage? Iron Fist.
Are they all? They're not all out next year, are they?
Iron
No,
Fist
it
is out
can't
next year.
be.
Defenders is out next year.
Is
Isn't
Punisher?
Daredevil not out next year?
No, I've heard
I think.
about Daredevil.
Lazy.
Don't think so.
Get 'em all
Maybe
done.
late next year. Don't know. Anything else?
Nope.
Dunkirk.
that's all from me.
That must be next year.
Dunkirk.
Imagine.
Hacksaw Ridge. I know that's out
Yeah.
in America and everywhere else, but not here for some reason yet.
No.
Why is it so out so
I
late?
don't know.
Because it seems to be out
Because
in
Mel
Australia.
Gibson hates Jews.
Yes, it seems to be out in Australia. It seems to be out in Australia.
Huh.
Because
Don't know.
quite a few of the, like I've listened to some of the Australian podcasters talk about it, unless they got early screenings or whatever.
Maybe.
But
I don't know.
that could be good.
that'd be good.
I'm really looking forward to La La Land actually, though. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Looks like it could be something quite different. And just a good fun film.
That's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good
I'm
films.
gonna Google
That's the
films.
podcast. I'm finishing the podcast now,
2017.
so.
Yeah, but if I find anything, I'll just shout it out.
Okay, everybody, thanks for listening to this podcast.
Happy Christmas. Happy
Merry
New
Christmas.
Year.
Beauty and the
Happy New Year.
Beast,
Nah.
the Lego Batman.
Lego
Lego
Batman.
Lego Batman.
yeah.
Can't wait
Oh,
for
but
that.
I'm excited for Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Kong Skull Island's out.
Mm.
Could be interesting.
And do you know what the biggest thing I'm looking forward
Power
to?
Rangers.
2017.
Power Rangers, obviously.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
That could be
Oh
really
yeah,
nice.
yeah, that looks like it's something really cool.
50 Shades Darker.
Obviously.
Yeah. Top tens.
Pirates of the Caribbean 1001.
That's what it's called.
No,
Funny joke.
it's
right?
called Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Okay.
Are they adding extra words to the title each time?
Pretty much, yeah. There's also Kingsman 2. That could
Oh,
be
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Kingsman
That's
2,
exciting.
really cool.
Ellen John's in that.
Ghost in the Shell, actually.
I don't know how I
Yeah,
feel
I
about
don't know.
that with all of the controversy about the casting.
Nah, she's good, isn't she? I'll go and watch it.
I don't care. I'm
Baywatch.
not Asian.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about Baywatch.
I kind of. I'm
Oh,
excited
actually,
for that,
Trainspotting 2.
Oh yeah,
that's how
Trainspotting.
January.
Guys, calm down. XXX, Return of Xander.
Xander Cage.
Xander Cage.
Did you-
Really
did it
looking
cut out
forward
the
to
end of the
this.
title? You didn't know
Yeah,
what the
I
end
did,
was.
yeah. I thought it was Xander Cage, but I couldn't remember as well.
You didn't want to say it.
And
Return
also,
of Nicolas Cage.
Vin Diesel with a double whammy with The Fate of the
Fast.
Furious as well.
Oh yeah.
Great title.
I mean, I saw the trailer for XXX again the other day.
So
I kind of want to go and watch it. Just
Yeah,
to
I
see.
might go
It's
see
got
it.
Donnie Yen in it as well.
I don't want to. I might turn up in disguise because I don't want people to think I'm actually. I might turn up and be like, I'm not watching it. I do a review.
Yeah.
For my blog. I
Yeah.
have
I
to
feel
watch
like
it.
that. There's kind of little
You
films
can
that
get,
I
like,
kind of
real
go,
film
but that's it.
t-shirts
You
you
can
can
do
go
that.
wear
Like
it.
I get free cinema tickets at work, So I can't really go and watch something that I wouldn't, without people judging me. Because I'm reviewing it. Okay, I'm not.
Not pervert,
It's
right?
free, so it's
Because it was like that. What was it? That Edge of 17 was supposed to be quite good. Actually,
Yeah,
maybe I'll go and watch it and review
you
it.
wanted to
I was
watch
going to
that.
review it for the blog, and then I thought, well, I can't really walk
It's a
into
bit
work
creepy.
on my own and be like, "Can I have a ticket for Edge of 17, please?"
If you took Claire to it, then maybe they'd be alright with it. But
Yeah.
Took your sisters, your 19-year-old sisters.
Oh, we've got that.
That'd be weird.
What was it? Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets,
Don't care.
which I've not actually seen the full
Cara
trailer.
Delevingne.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested.
We've got
she's not an actress.
we've got
isn't she?
King Arthur, which looks really weird, like so bizarre.
Oh, that's the. Who's it? Guy
It's,
Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie, yeah, Guy Ritchie doing that. Which
yeah.
looks-
Yeah, in the trailer for that, just being like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
The Emoji Movie.
Oh my
The
god.
One-
first emoji movie,
Yeah.
as it says in the
Yeah.
trailer.
One for You, Hat, Pitch Perfect 3.
Yes. What are they going to do now?
More
I don't
singing,
know.
probably.
More singing, yeah.
Sweet.
Rebel Wilson
All
lost some weight.
babes.
The Lego Ninjago movie. Is that like...
Like Django?
Yeah, Ninjago.
Dunno.
Wow. Okay.
Whatever that is.
We'll see.
Let's see what that is. That's it. That's all the films in
That's
2017.
every single film.
Yeah. There's also... It's really... Because most of them, I kind of go, yeah, I know that is, know what that is. And there's just one, A Dog's Purpose. And it's got a poster of like a really close dog's face.
Aw,
it's
that's
a
nice.
cute
It's a
dog,
cute
isn't
dog.
it?
It's a cute dog.
But the biggest thing that we're excited about in 2017,
We're doing some Let's Play series
We're
on the
doing-
YouTube channel.
we're doing a wedding.
Are we?
We're getting married.
Yeah.
Wish them congratulations, everyone. These two are getting married.
So keen.
If you want to come to the stag do,
Get in touch with
tweet
me on
me
Twitter.
at MJ Hall 94. We'll make it a sick
Memorable
one.
Yeah.
Lads.
Let's.
Yeah, Let's Plays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do some good Let's Plays on YouTube of Dark Souls 3 and The Last of Us.
And we've
Yeah.
got some nice videos on YouTube, reviews.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we
Have
will.
we
Not yet, we will do.
We will.
We
have.
will do.
Might do Resident Evil 1. Do you want to do Resident Evil 1 now?
Yeah, do it. all
Possibly.
It'll only take like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Do Tomb Raider as well, that'd be cool.
What, the whole game?
Yeah.
Right now.
Not got time.
Okay.
Life's too short.
We've got some other videos that are going to be up. As I said, I'm going to do some real film rewrites, sort some
Yes.
films out.
Good.
And also going to do... Whose idea was that? Where I look at stupid decisions in films and wonder how they actually
Talking.
decided to... Yeah, Tarkin. And also that bit where Palpatine gets his lightsaber out for the first time and it's the worst lightsaber fight in history, and that includes the one in 78 or whatever between Obi-Wan and
But at least
Darth
in that
Vader.
scene, there's like emotional
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
connection
yeah,
between
yeah.
the two guys. I'm like, I'd rather watch
Yeah.
that, to be honest.
And
than-
you can kind of believe that maybe they're using the Force so they can't
it's-
swing.
yeah.
that much or
It isn't
something.
as bad a thing as everyone
No, it's
remembers
not.
it. You kind of watch it and you go,
The
it's a
ones-
little bit crap.
The ones in Empire and Jedi are incredible as well. Like, 'cause
Yeah,
there's
they
so
are.
much emotion in those scenes. It's
Yeah.
so much better. I prefer that than watching. Everyone says Revenge of the Sith at the end is a mint fight scene. I'm like, I don't really feel
Yeah,
much.
there is a lot of
'Cause-
spectacle in that until he's like, "You are my brother, Anakin," and you go. George Lucas has obviously not directed Ewan McGregor in this scene.
Ewan McGregor's pulled something out his butt.
Ewan McGregor's like gone off into a corner and got into that emotional
Just-
state.
You just imagine like Ewan McGregor's like got ready for scene. George Lucas starts speaking. He's like, "Fuck me."
He's just shut up, George.
Flaccid
Just
again
shut up,
now.
George.
It's like the
yeah.
act's equivalent of just going instantly flaccid.
You've got to do that, yeah. It's just like, oh, George, just stop talking, mate. Stop talking. Yeah. So I'm going to do some of them. I don't know when. Soon. After New Year's.
Yeah, subscribe to
probably.
us on YouTube because
Yeah, we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming.
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
What's going on the Fortnightly Forum?
We've got a belated Christmas episode.
Has that just gone up?
No, not yet. I need to finish
okay.
editing it. I'm going to do that today. It's going to be called Mein Kampfmas because we ended up talking about
Very
Mein
clever.
Kampf quite a lot for some reason, which was
Holiday.
a bit heard. It's the least cheery Christmas
Happy
episode
holidays.
ever, but it's good fun and we have a laugh. So listen to it. And also,
Me and Larry and Bethan are starting a feminist podcast.
yay! Does that mean you're not going to talk about your feminist crap on here anymore?
Yep.
Hopefully,
Good.
I'll save it up for
we'll swap her out for Mitchell, and he can come on here.
Yeah, you can do if you like. That's
Yeah.
fine.
We'll have Mitchell. That's fine. It's all good.
Speaking of who, we've got a little Rogue One special as well
Yeah.
as our other Rogue One special.
And
We've got
your Rogue
another
One video.
and a Rogue One video.
I feel like you've got a lot of.
Fucking hate Rogue,
Have you got a lot to say about Rogue One? I don't think you brought it up enough.
as well as Paul's article in Rogue One, my
Yeah.
article in Rogue One, the Rogue One podcast, and the Rogue One video. We've also got a special Rogue One podcast
Yeah, from
with
our number one Star Wars
Star Wars
fan.
fan. He read reads the books and everything, so he knows what he's talking about. Probably
Yeah.
more than we do
Yeah.
about Star Wars.
Definitely more than you do.
That's incorrect. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and on iTunes and leave us a review if you want.
And
We're on
SoundCloud.
and SoundCloud
We're on Patreon
and Patreon if you want to donate some money. But
to our wedding.
yeah,
Yeah.
can't really afford it.
We're going to Hobbiton for our honeymoon, so it's all
Can
on
I
you
come?
guys.
No.
Find us on Twitter at realfilm_movies and on Facebook at realfilm movie reviews. I think something like that. I don't know. Whatever.
Just
We'll
Google
see
it,
you.
man. You'll
It'll be
find us.
below.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Happy 2017.
Happy Christmas.